do what I do.
I don't really care what you think, because see, I would do the same thing for you. And see, it's when you start accusing people of these sexual crimes, and let me step off for a minute. White women used to accuse black men of sexual crimes all the time and get the whole community burned down. And because it's so indefensible to step up and defend somebody for something as savage as a sexual crime, people are afraid to do it. And so it takes the villain to do it. At the end of the day, Puff Daddy and all them freaks that was with him decided that they were going to get together and do some freaky stuff. And everybody, based on the public information, all of them were grown. You got people like Hugh Hefner, who had a whole mansion called the Playboy Mansion, which should have been called the Freak Off Mansion, that did that for decades. And nobody did anything. And you got this man, Sean Combs. Yeah, he's a freak. I don't know what he do. I don't know what he like. I don't know what he do. I know that this is a black man and they're making a spectacle out of this man. And all of you black folks who are co-signing, well, you don't know what have you been doing with your parts? And who have you been doing it with? I don't care what you say. I'm going to give this black man his defense. I'm not going to be one of these people that jumps to the side of the public lynching of another black man. Somebody type public lynching in the chat room. Could it be that this lynching harks back to some of the other lynchings? Because when you start looking through history here in the United States, oftentimes the people lynched were the business competitors. They were the millionaires of their time. They were the landowners. They were the business competitors against the white folk. This Mann Act that they're using to prosecute Puff Daddy, it was specifically enacted to prosecute Jack Johnson, another very rich, successful black man who was high profile. So I'm not going to run from it. If you volunteer to put your vagina and your penis out there and somebody, y'all have consensual sex, I'm not going to prosecute anybody for that. You a grown-ass person doing what grown-ass people do. Why is it that black men are always accused of this? Yeah, Puff Daddy might be a freak, but everybody in there was freaks with him. You want to prosecute the Johns? Why? Go prosecute go prostitute the 304s too. Put them all in jail. That's what I was getting at. Everybody involved was a consenting party. And even though you find what they did distasteful, the consent is the cornerstone to any adult interaction. If there was a mutual agreement to participate in those freak-offs, it challenges the justification for prosecuting based solely on the nature of activities. If the prosecution just targets Sean Puffy Combs for paying for sex, it creates a precedent that could also implicate the participants. Not just the freak off, but the freakies. And under the same legal framework, those who receive payment for their sexual acts, these so-called witnesses, they need to be classified as engaging in prostitution. And this raises the questions about fairness and consistency in the application of law. They are targeting this black man. They're targeting one party while ignoring the actions of the others, and it creates an inconsistent legal standard. And if the act of paying for sex is deemed illegal or immoral, then all participants, both those paying, those receiving, and those watching, should be subject to the same scrutiny. J-Lo, I know you was at some of them freak parties too. All y'all people who are in Hollywood, all of you people who went to these Puff Daddy parties, all of y'all participated because y'all watched. Whether you was getting paid or whether you was a participant, you sat there and watched. So let's go ahead and put all of these people in prison. Let's go ahead and try all of them. Let's try the politicians, the actors, the entertainers. Let's put them all in jail. You were there when the freaking was happening, right? Everybody who went to a Puff Daddy party, raise your hand. Look, I want all the attorney generals or U.S. attorneys around the country, go ahead and start prosecuting some of these people. You can't just prosecute one side. because that appears arbitrary and it undermines the integrity of the legal system. And we've seen that happen already. And arguments against the prosecution hinge on the subjective moral judgments about sexual behavior. You might not like to do it that. You might be somebody who just wants to do it missionary. You might think doing it doggy style is nasty, right? You might think that's bad. If society is going to take a stance against certain consensual activities, you need to be prepared to apply that stance uniformly across all the parties involved. And see, this raises a broader question about how society defines morality and consent in sexual relationships. We know how they used to define it. If a black man has sex with a white woman, that was automatically considered amoral. That was automatically considered a relationship that could not by any means have consent. And this is where we are. So rather than targeting consensual adult behavior, our legal resources should be used to focus on genuine issues of exploitation and coercion and human trafficking. Prosecutions that stem from consensual acts divert attention away from more pressing societal problems, potentially making it harder to address real cases of abuse and exploitation. See, this situation with, shout out to my man Demetrius Owens, this situation with Sean P. Diddy Combs, it highlights critical issues surrounding consent, legality, and the implications of prosecuting individuals for consensual activities, and of course, race. As the great Johnny Cochran once said, race is always an issue. If the legal system chooses to criminalize interactions, it must apply the law consistency to all parties. It doesn't matter who they are, whether they're rich, they're poor, the tricks, the Johns, the voyeuristic people who watch. Instead of focusing on consensual acts, they might need you just stay in their lane. Now, I want to take the opportunity to thank everybody who's contributed to the super chat. I want to make sure I give a shout out to everybody who contributed to the Cash App. I want to thank everybody in the Wrench Mob. And still here, baby. We got my man Demetrius Owens, TIQS, support Black Male Media. Shout out to you. Big shout out to, we got 19 super chats. Big shout out to everybody. I like to get 20, that'll be plenty. But we got 19 and that's right on, that's clean. But Jamal Smith, love and respect, support from the DMV. Good looking out, fam. Appreciate you. Who else we got up in here? Let me see. We got time before I get to the bottom. I'm sure you guys will give me one more so we're going to have 20. Who else we got? Uncle D, the Blizzard King. Big shout out to you, fam. Who else we got? Demetrius Owens. Hugh Hefner is the original diddler. Somebody type diddler in the chat room. Kobe, why I only see men get arrested. Right. There's another aspect of it. Because you got plenty of sugar mamas out there. Where the cougars at? Paying these, you out here buying these PS5s? You ladies out here buying these is that what they call now? These PS5s or whatever for these young boys? Huh? You need to go to jail for that. That's coercion. Right? That's coercion, right? Think about that. Blizzard King giving game as usual. Yeah, man. We speaking the truth. Excellent analysis for you cooking hot Texas barbecue. Yes, I am. Lemuel Norman, I've been discussing this since he was taken into custody. They're attempting to criminalize lifestyle choices. Charging with him, Rico, it is insane. It's far-reaching. Shout out to Latrell Richard. Big shout out to Rich Guy. Rich, this frivolous Diddy indictment is just more reasons for men to become passport bros. They can leverage the system against you at any moment. Yeah, I mean, you got 2 consenting adults, and here we are. Somebody's going to jail, and this man is looking at serious time, federal time. Simple Shit TV, support black male media, replay gang, black men winning. Hey, somebody type black men winning in the chat room. This will limit a poor woman from marrying. Yes, it would. It would. What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to the broadcast. This is Uncle D. People wash their ass in the tub, Kamala Harris.
You would tune in to Uncle D. This black man talk, pull up, homie, take a seat. Don't be a shadow watcher every day. You learn something, then you earn something. Let them know and drop some money in the plate. It's getting cold, ladies, talking ratchet. There's a king here, grab your coat, zip your jacket. Keep quiet for a second, close your jaw. Attorney Spurling, this ain't pearly, know the law. Talking Constitution, pushing pins when he shooting, give him that. Masculinity, just for the record, sprinkle that. You can keep your cat, gotta cut it. Only cat he rubbing, gotta love it. I call it Molly Buddy. Gotta vote your interest, voting earns. Presidential, this is for the money that I earn. When you gon' learn, my people, that evil mixed with evil. No matter what you're doing, baby, this ain't equal. Sometimes when you're special, you get hated. The test is for the best, you're damn right, my people made it. Uncle D, Blizzard King, you been served, gotta know this. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now.
Hey man, I'll do what I do.
Somebody need to whip your ass.
Get up and whip him, Sweets.
Hey, don't be putting the money in my hand all rough.
Take your ass out here. You buy you a Flowbee and cut your own damn hair from now on.